Hey, we're at Echo Farms today, and it's the Get Into Gardening 2015 program that they're putting on. It's free, and it's down here in North Fort Myers. And so here is the layout for today. We got here at 9 o'clock, but we're skipping the bamboo tour. But we plan on coming down here to watch seed saving. We're going to do how to grow your own vitamins and see what they have to say about that. Doing the Echo tour. We're going to do some growing herbs. We're going to hit lunch. We're actually going to skip those and hit lunch. And then probably do all about avocados, which is pretty cool. So most of this is free. The tours cost money and the grafting costs money. But we will be showing, here's the back of it. You can read that. And then for being here today, you actually get 15% off. And it's good till December 31st.
Echo's origins, as you're going to see it today. Can you guys hear me okay back there? A little bit louder. Okay, I'll do as best I can. Echo began in the mid-70s as an outpouring of a man named Dick Duggar's desire to see people be able to begin to feed themselves that were starving. He had gone to Haiti and seen malnutrition and hunger, wanted to do something about it. In about 1980 or so, the Methodist Church leased to Echo this piece of land here. It was about 5 acres. It included an A-frame building, which we'll see at the end of our tour, which is now used to house students that are visiting. And that began Echo proper with the seed bank and the planting of several varieties of tropical fruit trees. From that 5-acre beginning in the early 80s to now, Echo encompasses about 50 acres, a little more than 50 acres. The part of the farm that we're going to see today is about 12 acres or so, and that's the demonstration part of our farm. The rest of the farm is research areas, grow-out areas for forage for the animals, and then housing for Echo interns. Brian was an intern. Echo has 8 interns that are here for 14 months. We get 2 new ones every quarter, and an intern is responsible for one of the areas of the farm. And in that 14 months, they learn really, really in-depth, hands-on tropical agriculture farming techniques, along with community development techniques, living in community, all those kinds of things. The interns come to us as university grads. Some of them have done post-grad work. All of them have some sort of focus in their life towards helping with hunger-related issues. And many of them go on to serve in places all over the globe, mostly in the tropic regions, obviously, in different kinds of agricultural projects. A lot of them go back to school and become professors, and some of them are working in the United States in local food, hunger-related kind of work. But all of them come and leave with a real heart to do something about nutrition and hunger in the world. So as we pass through the farm,
animals in the entire world that's been domesticated, in my opinion, is a duck. They're comical, but they're also very, very useful. Our system that we have here is unique in the fact that we're kind of trying to close the circles. There's very few points in nature that you can point to that don't have closed loops. There are very, very rare places, I can't think of one, where the loop is not closed. There's no waste in nature. And so in order to become more sustainable, what we try to do as farmers or people who are demonstrating techniques that are more sustainable is how can you close those loops and not have any waste? So one of the ways that we can prevent waste is capturing waste and then giving it to another thing that we can utilize. So in this case, our duck pond comes underneath the house, or the house is on top of the pond. The duck waste is then washed through the floorboards, goes into the pond. actually puts way too much nitrogen into the pond. But that's good, because that actually makes a lot of algae grow around the plant life that grows beneath the water surface on the side of the pond. And then we have tilapia and other fish that are vegetarians that eat the algae off of those plant life and grow. So once a year, we come through, we harvest all the fish out of the pond, we kind of cull the large fish, let the small ones grow again. At the same time, we have the ducks, which are feeding our fish. We can take from them the eggs, meat occasionally, and so that's kind of our attempts to close the circle, so to speak. We can take a waste from one and grow another. Ducks are also handy. They use them a lot in Southeast Asia as cleaning agents. You can take them through a rice paddy or a field, and they'll do the cleaning for you if you have a lot of bugs or something like that that you find on your plants. They're voracious. You just bring them through, herd them through your field, they kind of clean it in one pass, and you're good to go. I also want to, the tour group that we're kind of sneaking up on is just ahead. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about bamboo. How many of you guys have grown bamboo before in your house here in Florida?
I have some in a pot.
You have some in a pot? Okay, okay. I think people are kind of scared of bamboo, especially here in the tropics. It's a really, it's an intense plant because it can really quickly invade other places. That's the biggest fear. I grew up in Indiana and I had a passion for bamboo. I grew a lot of temperate species, and those are the ones that really run underground, that can go 30 feet in a year horizontally and then all of a sudden appear, you know, just beyond the house that you thought would stop it or something like that. This will not be able to do that. These all have short little rhizomes that come up right next door, so it's easier to control. Bamboo's very versatile. It grows extremely quickly. It's the fastest growing plant in the world, and it's the woody grass family. Bamboo is actually a grass, not a tree, so it won't behave like a tree. There's no secondary growth. It never gets larger. It goes to full height within one season, puts on leaves the next, and then in a couple years you can harvest those poles, and it's a nice, stout, sturdy limb that you can make anything out of. We actually just passed a building, which I'm sorry you can't see, but we'll see it on the way out. Our appropriate technology guy built this house, and it's almost all made out of bamboo. It's really, really impressive. Makes you think that you're in the tropics somewhere.
That's right.
Strip the bark away, and we've covered that stripped area with moss and paper towels and foil to keep it moist, and that area will produce some roots. We'll cut this off and that will stick in the ground and be a new tree.